Okay, hey everyone. I know. Wow. An Ash vs. Evil Dead review? Did I hear that right? Well, yes. That's why I have footage of me playing Ashley J. Williams in Dead by Daylight, because the game is not out yet. I decided, hey, this game is coming out soon, and I really like the look of it. I will look at the movies and maybe not watch them because they are rated R, and also watch the TV show because I've heard a lot of good things about the TV show. And that's where we are today. The TV show Ash vs. Evil Dead. I watched, I got a very big summary on what the original movies were like. The cabin, the Necronomicon, Cheryl, the girlfriend, all that kind of jazz, and also Evil Dead 3, Army of Darkness. And I will immediately rank each one of the seasons in my mind. You got a 7 out of 10 for Season 1, a 8 out of 10 for Season 2, and a 9 out of 10 for Season 3. Season 3 was really, really good. And I'm sad that the show got canceled, but to see if it ever does go to a movie for Evil Dead 4, like people have been speculating, I would be really excited for that. So, Ash vs. Evil Dead. Let's talk about that right now. Okay, so the first thing that I want to bring to this is sort of a summary of what happened. Not in the show. So basically, this show released on Starz, something that nobody else knew about, and then it got canceled after its 3rd season, because Starz, I think, got bought off by Netflix. And then Ash vs. Evil Dead showed up to Netflix, and everybody loved it. But it got canceled at that point, so, So, time to give a brief summary of the actual show. The show is about Ashley J. Williams, and this takes place after all 3 of the movies, the first 3. There is technically a spin-off, but we don't really need to talk about that, even though it's reviewed really good. It's not as good as the originals, because, Bruce Campbell isn't in it. Bruce Campbell, playing Ash Williams in Sam Raimi's actual first film, versus Evil Dead. Or The Evil Dead, I think it's called. And it stars Bruce Campbell as the main character, playing Ashley J. Williams in a cabin. That's the first film, for the most part summarized. All of his friends turn to Deadites after they find this tape, and this recording on the tape, chants out these magic words from this book called the Necronomicon, and basically, it turns all of his friends to evil people after they die from the evil stuff. And yeah, he has to kill them all. And, the second movie is a direct sequel to that, except it sort of changes up the story with the actress who plays the girlfriend, and then also, what else do they change? They change what the cabin sort of looks like and the Necronomicon looks like, but for the most part they just do stuff like that during all the sequels. But yeah, basically that one starts, and a bunch of more people are introduced, a new love interest, stuff like that. And basically Ash turns evil. He cuts off his hand and gets a chainsaw hand. I'm just saying the important stuff here, guys. The chainsaw hand is very important to the character Ash Williams, as he, for the most part, always has a chainsaw hand. He gets his chainsaw hand and says Groovy, and he, becomes the Ashley J. Williams that we all adore. And yeah, and at the end of the second movie, he gets teleported with his Delta to the past, the medieval ages, and that leads to Army of Darkness, which nobody knew at the time was a sequel to these movies, which is why it did so poorly in the box office. And basically, they sort of fight an army of darkness in that movie. Yeah, so that's the summary of the 3 movies. Time for the summary of the 3 seasons. Okay, yeah, so time for the summary of the first 3 seasons. Hopefully we'll get another season. The first season sort of takes place as an homage to to the first movie, and it, does things like show us the cabin, give us a bit more info, and it introduces 2 new main characters, Pablo and Kelly, which are these characters are great in this show. I love Pablo and Kelly. And yeah, the show sort of goes further with that. They introduce new characters and stuff like that. And then that's sort of season 1. They end off with with a clear cliffhanger to the next season. Then the next season sort of starts, and that's where you get a lot more homage to the second and third films, but also more homage to the first film, which seems to be the biggest thing they wanted to bring homage to. Then they bring in season 3, and that season is my favorite one because it gives you Ash Williams' character development. And I'm going to say a tiny spoiler here, but, it only happens during season 3, and it's, very minimal, and you learn it in the first episode of season 3. So, it's not too much spoilers, and it doesn't really move the plot too much further. It just gives you some more jokes and stuff. And, basically, spoilers here, guys, Ash learns he has a daughter. And, I really like the relationship they have, and it really makes the show better. Okay, you guys can come back from, if you guys didn't want to hear spoilers, just skip ahead, and, this show really was great. It's like Rick and Morty to me. The final season showed real character development, and that's what season 3 did. It showed a bunch of character development. Season 2 showed a decent amount of character development. Season 1 was literally just there for the jokes. And some people would like that. I enjoyed season 1 for its jokes, which made me want to watch season 2. But then season 2 hits you with a little bit of both, and I'm like, that's pretty good. I'll watch season 3. And then season 3 hits you with the character development and a bit of jokes. It's great. It's great. There's great relationships going on. I like this show really a lot, and I'm really excited for that game to come out on Friday the 13th, which is this Friday, in exactly 2 more days from the posting of this video here. So yeah, I'm gonna be streaming it that day. If you guys want to come and join me to play Ash vs. Evil Dead Ash or something like that, Pablo, Kelly, just write in the chat which characters you want, and I will choose the character that you want. I love this show so much, and it was a really good show. There's a couple of other shows that I quite enjoy, like Arcane, and this one is definitely up there with one of my good favorites. But yeah, I would like to say goodbye, and I'll see you all later. There'll be more videos coming soon. This is just a sort of review to kick off me sort of getting back into things, I posted a video yesterday. It wasn't well edited, but I did win a match of Fortnite, so, you guys can watch that. It was a solo, no builds. I won. They lost. See you guys in the next video. Bye.